to Checkpoint. I'm really glad to be here on your screen again. It's your host, Dr. Ifeoma Eze, and I'm here with something wonderful again at Checkpoint. I'd like to start by saying thank you, and thank you again for all that you do for us at Checkpoint. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for subscribing on my YouTube channel. Thank you for sharing this video. Thank you for your comments. They are wonderful. Thank you for the questions you ask. And because of all that you do, our message is reaching a wider audience. And for this, I am indeed very grateful. Now you know how we roll at Checkpoint. Normally at Checkpoint, we equip, we educate, and we empower you to become a better version of yourself. And I want to believe that all we've been sharing in time past, even now till now, has been of immense blessing to you. And we can't wait to see you becoming a better version of yourself. Now, at this point, I would be sharing the topic for today after the break, and I'd like you to just take a few minutes, share this link to somebody, who you know will become a better version of themselves by just watching this video. Share this link. Don't hoard it. Don't keep it all to yourself. Make sure you go to that group that you belong and share it to everyone so that they can be a part of the things I'll be sharing in a short while. Now, after the break, I'll be telling you what topic we're going to look at today, and it's going to be massive. So I'd like you to do this. Go ahead, share this link to your friends, and let them know that Checkpoint is on right now. I'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere. All right, people, welcome back to Checkpoint. Now, today we have a very interesting topic, but a very unconventional one. Our topic today is when to take a break. When to take a break. Surprisingly, this might be a topic I'm sharing not just for you, but also for myself. We need to know when to take a break. You won't believe what's happening here. Some of the people in my recording team are nodding their heads and saying, yes, you also need to take a break. So just believe me that whatever I'm sharing with you are things that I need to also go back and apply for myself. You know that in honest truth, all of us need a break from time to time. You know, in reality, we all need a break from time to time. There'll be that moment when we know that we are no longer cooperating. You know, like a vehicle that is moving, you know that you are losing alignment. You are no longer at your best self. All right, you're no longer pushing at your best capacity, and then and only then you know that you need to take a break. Now, no matter how super productive any of us are, one thing we all have in common is that from time to time, we should be able to know when it is time for us to do what? Take a break. But the challenges that we have is that we actually need, our brain tells us that yes, we need to take a break, but some of us will say, we can't take this break now, you know, because we have an upcoming program. We need to finish this program. We have a deadline. We need to meet up with this deadline. You know, our customers and clients, they have a demand. We need to meet up with it this time. Let me just finish what I have to do, and then I'll take a break. But you know what? Most times, if we are not careful, we may not really have that time to take the break eventually. And because of that, we push this agenda. We push through ourselves for weeks. We push through for months, and even at the detriment of our own very health. And this is not okay. For you and for me. I'm really talking to myself in this video. It's not okay. I know that most of us want to be super productive. I know that we want to be high achievers. I know that we have this ambition and this pressure in our hearts to do more. But listen, even if you make up your mind to take away a 2-day break, a 1-week break, a 2-week break, a 1-month break, please go ahead and take it for yourself. Because one thing is sure, by the time you are done taking this break, you will come out better. You will bounce back better. You will come out a more productive person because you have been able to know when to take a break. Listen to me. We need to begin to pay closer attention to the signals and the signs that our minds and bodies are throwing our way. You know, we need to come to the point where we're able to recognize and accept the signals that our minds and bodies are sending to us, so that we'll be able to know when it is that we actually need to shut down a little and recuperate, all right, and re-energize and re-strategize. And this is very, very key for us. So the challenge that most of us, especially people who are very highly performing and high achievers, they do not really know when to take a break. And that is why I'm making this video for everyone out there who thinks, at what point do I take a break? All right, how do I balance between being lazy and being more productive? And as a matter of fact, if you are a very productive person, if you take a break, if you learn how to take a break a little, you'll be surprised that when you come back to whatever it is you were doing, you come out brighter, you come back sharper, you come back with more precision, because your body, your mind, and your body has taken adequate rest. So let me help you and help our ministry of resting, right? Let me share with you 10 signs for you to know when to take a break. Are you ready for that? All right, let me share number one. When do you take a break? Number one, when you feel stressed. Do I look stressed right now? I think so. All right, and I'm sure you do too, even though you're hiding behind the screen. That phone of yours, I can't see your face, but somehow I know that stress has gotten a better part of you. So please, if you are stressed, do yourself a favor. Do all of us who love you a favor and try to take a break. A break won't kill you. A break won't waste your time. A break won't destroy you. A break will help you to rejuvenate, all right? It will help you to recover. It will help you to recuperate. And by the time you come out stronger, you come out better, you come out more sane and more precise in your thoughts. I've discovered that most times when I'm really stressed, my thoughts are not gathered, all right? They don't come together. They don't merge. They don't flow, all right? There's hardly ever a flow because I'm already physically stressed. Even though I push myself, but that's not really one of the best things to do. So sometimes learn how to take a break, especially when you are obviously stressed. All right, I'll share with you number 2 sign when you need to take a break. You need to take a break when you are battling with racing thoughts and anxiety. You need to take a break when you are battling with racing thoughts and anxiety. A time comes when you're just anxious for nothing. You are afraid, you are worried, your heart is beating very fast, maybe because you have a program, maybe because you have something upcoming, maybe because you have something that's actually giving you serious worry or concern. Now, you need to take a break. And part of taking a break is telling yourself what's the worst that can happen, right? So if there is something that's giving you that kind of anxiety, sit down and think about the worst case scenario and tell yourself, that is still surmountable, all right? If the worst case scenario is still surmountable, it means that I can actually recover from whatever it is that's keeping me, giving me this level of anxiety. So when you begin to have racing thoughts, your mind is flying all over the place, your thoughts are flying all over the place, you're thinking about this, imagining that, being afraid of that, calm down. And one of the practices that usually helps me just to close my eyes, sit upright, all right, chin out, and then take a deep breath. Hold it for like another 5 seconds, and then exhale. I just did one. It's super relaxing. If you're able to take in like about 10 to 15 of it, you see that you are truly, truly relaxed. Can we do it together? Just one more. You just take a deep breath. Hold for like 5 seconds, and then exhale. When you do this for a period of time, maybe 10, 15 times, you discover that at least in that little while, you are able to get calm. You are able to get collected. Your thoughts are not racing all over the place. Your imaginations are not going wild. And then the anxiety begins to pedal down. Remember, I have a complete video on anxiety. This video does not cover anxiety, all right? I'm not saying that this is going to be the whole solution for anxiety, but in this video, for the sake of this video, we're talking about when to take a break. This is what I have to offer you on this matter, all right? So number 1, I said when to take a break is when you are feeling stressed, when you feel stressed. Number 2, when to take a break is when you are battling with racing thoughts, and anxiety. Now let's talk about number 3, when to take a break. When to take a break, another time to take a break is when you feel overwhelmed. Do you know the meaning of overwhelmed? Overwhelmed just simply means when you feel surrounded, when you feel submerged under something. All right. So when you are feeling overwhelmed, you feel like you are being buried by the pressure you are going through. You feel like you are being suffocated. You feel like you are being submerged. You feel like you are deeply surrounded by things that are giving you worry, giving you concern, making you unhappy. And this is something you really have to work on. All right. Remember, it is when to take a break. So take a break when you feel overwhelmed. Take a break when it feels too much. Take a break when you feel like you are drowning in the midst of your problem. Take a break when you feel like you can't take it anymore, right? So please do well and take a break. Can you help me talk to somebody just around you, anywhere you are, and just tell the person to take a break? They may not be watching the video, but just tell them take a break. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a break. See, souls are perishing, souls are perishing. Even after taking a break, souls will continue to perish. So just tell yourself the truth. You are not the savior of the world. All those things that give us a messiah complex. All right, the complex that makes you feel like you are the one who is meant to save the entire universe, that you are the Superman or the Wonder Woman, and it's your duty to save the entire universe. See, nobody has placed that burden on you, and you shouldn't place it on yourself either. Nobody has put that pressure on you, and you shouldn't put that on yourself either. So what do when you feel overwhelmed, like you can't take it anymore, like you can't carry it, like you're being suppressed or submerged or overwhelmed or surrounded by the problem you are going through? Take a break. It seems I need to take a very serious break. I have an upcoming program, and like most of us will say, oh, after the upcoming program, even taking a break before the program that you have might be one of the sweetest things you might be doing for yourself, because you're able to relax and go into that program a whole person. So let's talk about number 4. Number 4 sign that tells you that it is time to take a break is when you have no motivation at all. A time comes when you have no motivation at all. You've come to that point where nothing is pressurizing, nothing is motivating you, nothing is spurring you up to do something. You know that one of the reasons why we're able to achieve a few of the things that we achieve is that we feel spurred up to do something. Over the week, there was a lady who came around and she was helping me fix new curtains in my home and new blinds. And one of the things that made me ask her to be my vendor was that I discovered she was a woman, all right, in a business of many men. I just saw this lady and I was like encouraged. Yeah, a lady who is going all out to do this business, that's good. It's something worth encouraging. So I called her, and when she came, and as in the process of trying to fix the curtains and the blinds, I asked her, why did you make this decision to go into this kind of business? Was he your father? Was he your mother? What motivated you to start this business? And she said, I didn't want to end up in poverty. So the fear of poverty motivated me. You know, when I heard that, I laughed. But then we laughed together, and then I saw the truth in it. She hated poverty, and she said, no, poverty cannot get me. I have to do something that is not commonplace for others to do. And that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. That moment when you lack no motivation, you're no longer motivated to do anything for yourself. You're not motivated to do anything for anybody. You're not motivated to work in your company. You're just there. All right? Then you need to do what? You need to take a break, because you are at the verge of burnout. See, there are times, I know that in life there are ups and downs, right? In life there are times when you like some things, and there are times when you don't really fancy some of those things you used to like. But it is wisdom for you to know that there is need for me to take a break. So you have to intentionally and deliberately figure out, at what point in time do I take a break? When should I take a break? When do I get to this point? I know that no, this is getting out of hand. I am somebody who is usually self-motivated, but I notice that there are times also when I lack motivation entirely. Like I don't feel like doing anything for for hours, for a day or days, and that is a signal. Remember, we need to listen to the signals from our body. We need to listen to the signals from our mind, so that we don't err, so that we don't miss it, so that we don't make mistakes, so that we don't engage in destiny embarrassment, because we want to make sure that we are living the kind of life that we are meant to live. Is that okay? So when you see that you lack motivation entirely, you are no longer motivated to do anything, then that is a sign that you need to take a break. All right, you need to take a break. I remember after I lost my dad, I got to that point where I felt nothing. I felt very numb, like nothing else mattered and stuff like that. But I knew that it was not the right thing for me to do. But I told myself that it's something that time will take care of. And true to it, time has been able to take care of it. So please do well to make sure that there is something that's motivating you on a consistent basis. All right, you are being spurred up to do that thing that truly matters to you, and therein is life, when you can be able to do what is of utmost concern to you without feeling like you're being torn apart. All right, this is very, very key. All right, let's talk about number 5. Number 5 sign that helps you to know that you need to take a break is when you find yourself avoiding everyone who really matters to you. When you find yourself avoiding everyone who really cares for you. There are people in your life, friends and family, who truly care for you. All right, these people are willing to sacrifice everything just to make sure that you are okay. When you find such people in your life, don't trivialize their relationship. Don't trivialize moments with them. Make sure that you tell yourself that you cannot burn out, and as a result, you are going to make sure that you reach out to others, to people around you, to family, to friends. Let them know what's going on in your mind. If you need help, open up and tell them. But when you begin to avoid the same people who are supposed to truly, truly help your life and destiny, then something is wrong somewhere. So we're talking about when to take a break. So please take a break. Instead of avoiding your friends and avoiding your family and hiding yourself in one place, please, there are people who genuinely care for you. They care for you knowing fully well that you cannot even pay them back. They care for you knowing fully well that if anything happens to you, that their lives will also be affected. So this is very, very key and very important. Do well to take a break when you feel like this is already happening. All right, this is very important, because if you don't know, there's a thin line between being sane and being insane. I'm telling you, there's a thin line between being sane and being insane. It won't just take long, and then you begin to see yourself manifesting things that you never even knew that was there inside you in the first place. So that is why I'm telling you that it's important for you to always keep people who love and care for you close. Don't avoid them. Don't avoid them. All right, let's talk about number 6. Number 6 sign that you need to take a break is when you begin to notice that you are beginning to neglect yourself. When you notice that you are beginning to neglect yourself. Do you know that there is a moment where somebody is so busy that you can't make your hair? You can't make your nails, you can't make your clothes, you can't even bath, you can't even freshen up, because you feel that the work you're doing or whatever it is you're doing is more important. This should not be so. This should not be so. This should not be so. All right? So learn to take care of yourself. Learn to pay attention to yourself. Remember that this container, this body that you have, is the only body you are ever going to have here on earth. You're not going to have a change of body. You're not going to have a change of container. This is the only body you are ever going to appear with here on earth. You can change your cars. You can change your houses, but you may not necessarily be able to change your container. So what do? You take care of this container that carries you. Take care of this container that bears you. Take care of this container, because that's the way you'll be able to avoid a burnout, right? So remember, I'm talking about when you need to take a break. Take a break when you feel like you are beginning to neglect yourself. Don't neglect yourself. Integrate care for yourself into the little things that you do, into the things that you feel are important, those things you think that are very important, those things you think that are very essential to do. Integrate yourself. All right, integrate, intentionally do it, intentionally care for yourself, intentionally look out for yourself, intentionally eat right, intentionally care for your body, intentionally. There is a need for a lot of intentionality and being deliberate in order to achieve this. All right, don't come to the point where you can no longer care for yourself. You're leaving your head scattered, you're leaving your room messed up simply because you think there is something you are actually pursuing. All right, let's talk about number 7. Number 7 sign that you need to take a break is, number 7 is when you are struggling for validation. Take a break when you are struggling for validation. You want people to say, oh, he's doing excellently well, oh, she's doing wonderfully well, and you in your heart, you're not comfortable, or you're not okay with the fact that you have achieved some things all by yourself. You're not comfortable with the fact that you are good, you are enough, you are special. All right, rather you are not looking for who will tell you that you are enough. You're looking for who will tell you that you are special. You are looking for who will tell you that you are loved, and all of these things. When you begin to search for them, it takes you into like a bottomless pit, a pit where there is no end, because you keep looking for who will tell you how nice you are, who will tell you how good you are, who will tell you how wonderful you are, who will tell you that you're doing well, and all of this is, at the end of the day, it will not work out well for you. So stop struggling for validation. Stop looking for who will say a yes to you. Stop looking for who will say, oh, right done for you. It's very important that you do what you think is best for yourself. And this is very good, because if you keep looking for validation from outside, they will not give you proper validation. All right, they will not give you any validation that will really help your life. But I believe that the best validation is the validation that God will give to his righteous ones on the last day. And I believe so much that when we begin to serve him and obey him and spend our years and our years in pleasure and our days in prosperity, when we begin to do all of these things and trust the Lord and live according to his standards, by the time we begin to do all of these things, you discover that the true validation can only come from God. God is the one who will now look at you and say, well done, my faithful servant. All right, well done, my faithful servant. You have served me well. You have done this. And that's the validation that matters. After all, the person whose validation you are looking for, is the person going to give you a house? Is the person going to buy you a car? What is the person going to do for you? So sometimes even their words might not even mean much to them. So please, stop struggling for validation. Stop struggling for who will like you. Stop struggling for who will accept you the way you are. Stop struggling for who will buy your ideas. Just know that you are good and enough and complete where you are, and that you're going to walk into life ready to take chances, ready to deal with whatever comes your way. All right, so it's important that you do not struggle for validation. Let's talk about number 8. Number 8 sign that you need to take a break is when you are sick all the time. Stress can actually cause us to be sick all the time. So all the time you're having malaria, you're having typhoid, you're having headache, you're stooling, you're weak and everything. Those things break down your immunity. All right, it brings your immunity down. That is why you have to work on improving, all right, your immunity, because if you know when to take a break, you will improve your immunity greatly. So there are some of us who don't sleep well at night. I think I'm one of them, and this is not helpful for you, because it breaks down your immunity. It doesn't make you as healthy and as strong as you need to be, and this is a problem. That is why you have to keep and intentionally build your immunity. All right, build your resistance to diseases, so that you don't keep falling sick all the time and then being used as a scapegoat by the medical field. All right, so it's not okay, right? It's not okay. So it's important that you know when to take a break, so that you will not be sick all the time. Nobody likes to hang around somebody who is always sick. Nobody wants to have that same experience of being sick all the time, over and over again, or looking after somebody who is always sick. Nobody wants to have that experience. Or, as a matter of fact, if you notice that somebody is always sick, it won't be long you begin to find reasons to just separate yourself from that person. And this is so important. So know when to take a break, and take a break the moment you begin to notice that you are always sick. You are sick all the time. Oh, let's talk about number 9. Number 9 sign that you need to take a break. Number 9 signs that you need to take a break is when you are having a hard time concentrating. All right, so you are making a video like myself, you are reading a book, you are trying to write an exam, you're trying to prepare for something, but you find it hard to bring your thoughts together. You find it hard to concentrate. That might be a sign that you need to take a break. A break is essential for you. It rejuvenates you. It makes you stronger. It makes you better. It makes you to be able to reach your target and achieve the things that you truly need to achieve. All right. So it's so important that when you begin to lose concentration, when it feels like your mind is no longer sharp like you should, and you feel like things are just dragging on your mind everywhere, remember that is an opportunity, a time for you to do what? Take a break. Take a break when you find yourself when you find it very difficult for you to concentrate on the things that you are doing. You want to concentrate, but when you find it very difficult, it's a signal that you need to take a break. All right, now number 10, and the last one I'd like to share with you today on when to take a break, is when you begin to feel indifferent about life. When you begin to feel indifferent, like nothing matters. All right, at this point you even notice that the things that you would call your favorite things are no longer your favorite things. All right, even your most favorite thing cannot entice you anymore. It cannot make you happy. It can no longer make you excited. Then you need to take a break. There are times when we begin to feel that kind of indifferent, like nothing else matters. What else am I going to see than what I have already seen, and stuff like that. All of those thoughts make us to feel indifferent. But I like to tell you, honest truth from me to you is that you should just take a break. All right, take a break. Just calm down. Everything will be all right. Calm down. Relax, you'll be fine in the end. At the end of this story, you're going to come out victorious, you're going to come out strong, you're going to come out better, you're going to come out increased, because you now know what to do. So it's important that you don't whenever you begin to feel that indifferent, is a time you need to take out some time and relax and rest. And there is this beautiful hormone called dopamine, a feel-good hormone that comes up that is secreted into your bloodstream, that makes you feel relaxed. All right, so it's important that when you begin to feel indifferent, you should just take a break. And when you take a break, you look for nice things to do for yourself, you look for nice things to do for your own life. And then when you begin to do this, you begin to notice that life is coming back to you. You're no longer the same indifferent person you used to be, because now you feel satisfied, you feel together. All right, and there is no feeling as good as this. And you know that these are the things I wanted to share with you today at Checkpoint. I told you that when you need to take a break, number 1 is when you feel stressed. Number 2, when you're battling with racing thoughts and anxiety. Number 3, when you feel so overwhelmed, surrounded and submerged. Number 4, when you feel like you lack motivation for everything. All right, number 5, when you find yourself avoiding everyone who truly cares for you. I shared with you number 6, that whenever you notice that you've started neglecting yourself, is a time for you to take a break. I shared with you number 7. I said number 7, when you're struggling for validation, you want people to approve, you want people to celebrate you, to accept you, and love you, but for who you are. All right, then instead of doing that, you're going around looking for validation. It's a sign that you need to sit back, take a break, so that wholeness that you have always felt will come back to you. Number 8, I shared with you that you need to take a break when you feel sick all the time. I shared also with you another sign that you need to take a break when you have a hard time concentrating on what you are doing. And I did justice to that explanation. And number 10, and the last one, I said whenever you feel indifferent about life, then I think it is time for you to switch things up. All right, take a break and then look for how to reinvent yourself and make things better for your own sake. I'd like to share with you a few tips that can help you to take a break. All right, when you want to take a break, just make up your mind. You're going to maybe take a walk, you're going to either read a book, you can either decide to jog along the road, you can decide to pray. All right, prayer is key. Prayer is very, very important, all right, in our lives. And pray to God, who is a superior being over you. And when you do that, you see that you don't even need all of those things you are looking for, because God has truly, truly blessed you. All right, another way you can meditate. When you meditate, it will also help you to take a proper break. Another one, try to write down your thoughts or your feelings on a diary or a journal, and just let pour it out, all right, on paper. And when you begin to do that, you discover that it will help your school to take a break. And then this is very, very important. Make sure that you reach out to friends and families. Don't stay alone. Don't do stuff alone. Don't be in that workplace alone, but like reach out to family and friends, so that because they will stay with you no matter what happens. They will stay with you no matter who has left you. They will stay with you no matter the pressure. And that's the beautiful thing about friends and family. And when they do that, you discover that it will really, really go a long way in helping you to take a break. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I think I myself deserve to take a break. So I'll be giving you a video that is shorter than usual, because I believe I need to take a break. So these are the beautiful things I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. They are brief, but they are good. And I was inspired to share this topic with you because I felt like I need to take a break. So I'm just going to obey what I have shared with you, and I'm going to take a serious break because it's essential. I feel stressed, I feel tired, but I'll be fine, right? So that's what we do. So when you're tired, what do? Take a break. So just like I've shared with you, you do well to take a break. And until I meet you again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so much. Thank you for all that you do for us at Checkpoint. See you next time. Bye-bye for now. Mwah. Everyone, I hope you were blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, you'll be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.